Hello everybody, welcome back to the Fan League channel. If you haven't seen our predictions for Game Week 18, go and check out that video after this one. Also, go and check out the One for the Weekend podcast on the Ball Street channel where we've been chatting through all of the games and there's so much fun and joy and love and all sorts in that podcast, so go check that out as well. But what we're going to talk about now, Flav, is a really important issue in the world. I would call it a political issue, something that's really getting to the... Geopolitical, I think it's affecting people's lives. Yeah. And it's a question that needs to be answered. Go on. Will Man City go the whole season unbeaten?
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed this video.
Yes, I think they will. I think the only risk factor is that...
Risk factor, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what I think. The risk factor, yeah. How much... yes, it's fine. Risk factor is that they may blow out of... They'll run out of gas. Right. Blow out of gas. Yeah. They'll run out of gas because they are pressing in a way that I have very rarely seen in football. Spurs did it similarly the first couple of seasons under Pochettino, and we blew out of our arses towards the end of the season. The thing is they do it intelligently. They move as a pack. They actually...
That seems to be the thing that you've been so impressed with, more than the football that they're playing.
The football's great, but it's almost like you're beaten into submission before you even get a chance to attack them. You know, they were so good at pressing intelligently. So they would press, but Sterling wouldn't. You know, so the ball went on the left-hand side, or the ball was played out left to the keeper. Sterling would press, but he wouldn't actually have to travel that far because their advanced positions are so aggressive that it means that you would expect them to run out of gas, but they're actually not working that hard. They're chasing down small distances, and it seems so aggressive because they're pushed so far up. Yeah. Which means that you have to be an absolutely supreme footballer or a bunch of supreme footballers to play through them properly. Do
you find it amazing that they're so good when they've got Fabian Delph? So in terms of... So when we were looking at this earlier in the week for a video on Ball Street, I was looking at other teams, and other teams have better names, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They've got Delph, they've got Edison, who's a bit of an unknown. They've got Otamendi, who's been a joke at different times. John Stoney, who's been a joke at different times.
Because they have a manager who can simplify their game for them. You know, they all you need to do is follow instruction. You say like Delph has been a bit of a joke at times. Otamendi has been a bit of a joke, but all they're doing is following instructions. They have a manager with a supreme tactical application. And it's just simply getting professional footballers. Like Delph is better than 99.9% of human beings on this planet are playing football. All he needs to be able to do is his manager has to trust him to do a job, and he's proven to do. And those that you can't trust get binned out the door. Yeah. So look, all right, Delph isn't a natural left wing back or a left back. He's not, but he's been able to be moulded, and he's intelligent enough to follow instructions in order to play properly. Edison is one of the signings of the season. His ability to play football is insane. He's as good as most outfield players. Yeah. There was a pass against Spurs where he pinged this ball 60 yards across pitch. Pirlo would have been proud of this. And I'm like, that's not going out. That's going right to Sterling's feet. Sterling took it on, and they nearly scored from it. So Edison he's got incredible players there, but also he's getting out of
selling those attacks.
Yeah, you're not buying specialist players here. You're buying players that can do a job, and that's what's fascinating about this Man City team. And as you know, as a fan of Spurs, one of their rivals, and not even their rivals, not even the same ballpark as them, really. You know, I hope it fails and I hope it all falls apart, but I can't see it.
I guess the final question is this is football though, and there are so many variables and so many things can happen. People can get injured, people can get sent off, which is going to be important. At some points, they're going to have a period where someone's going to get sent off. But I guess to go unbeaten, regardless of all those variables that can be thrown at you at different points, you've got to be so far above and beyond everyone else that it doesn't matter. Look, are they that good?
The very best teams can lose a game of football, you know, regardless of how good you are and how, you know, you can have an off day, a bit of luck, you know, the ball just doesn't go in the net. Yeah, it'll take one of those. But I think they're so good, the chances of that happening are very slim. And one way that they can avoid these potential pitfalls and kind of fatigue and luck going against them is to keep buying. In January, you know, they were linked today with move for Zaha, which would crush me because I was desperate for him to sign for Spurs. You know, they can sign whoever they want. They just go in there with checkbooks open, go and buy what they want. And, you know, this is the result of spending huge amounts of money. They get an absolutely borderline unbeatable football side, certainly in the first 3 months of the season.
Yeah. For me, I think they will go the whole season unbeaten. The reason for that is that I can't see them not scoring at least 2 goals against every team. And if they're going to score 2, then that's such an advantage straight off the bat that you could see the psychological effects it's having on teams as well. You saw it against Man United, saw it against Spurs, and I just think they're just going to completely walk it, and I think they'll actually go unbeaten.
Football does change though, isn't it?
Like, does change.
Just like that would be saying it, and they're like, they could lose 3 on the bounce.
Probably get done by Bournemouth.
Unlikely, I can imagine.
Let us know your thoughts on this one. Can they go the whole season unbeaten? And more importantly, do you think they will? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe to Fan League. We have content on this channel every single week. So if you're a Ball Street fan or just a fan of Flav, then subscribe to Fan League. We'll see you next week.
Download the app and join today.